What if 5 precise numerical sequences could unlock a major financial shift in your life before the month closes? This isn't random speculation. It's a deliberate cosmic synchronization. The closing weeks of November carry an incredibly potent energetic signature, a meeting point of celestial influences that spiritual traditions have long identified as a moment of great possibility. And when your personal resonance field aligns with these 5 distinct numerical keys, you don't merely encounter fortunate events, you become a powerful magnet for them. Suddenly, long-standing difficulties seem to simply evaporate. An unexpected financial gain materializes. A chance connection reveals an opportunity you never considered. It feels as though the universe, observing your focused intention, is finally tipping the scales in your favor. But what if this isn't coincidence? What if this particular moment in time holds a blueprint for prosperity that ancient masters understood deeply? They taught that specific temporal windows naturally harmonize with wealth currents. When your internal state matches these cycles, you access a flow of resources that most individuals fail to perceive. During this phase, 5 specific numbers become energized with powerful vibrations. They are not arbitrary digits. They function as cosmic access codes. They don't predict your future abundance, they help you actively build it. And before we conclude this session, I will reveal a rarely mentioned master number, a sacred pattern used in focused contemplation to speed up monetary breakthroughs and invite profound personal transformation. First, draw a deep, mindful breath. Ground yourself. If this journey calls to your spirit, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Mystic Philosophy, and affirm this simple phrase in the comments: I embrace abundance, and it is my birthright. Now let's begin our exploration. The first code, IS-13, the quiet engineer of personal evolution. Not every communication from the cosmos arrives with an obvious proclamation. Some appear as a gentle prompt, so subtle you might initially disregard it. Perhaps it flashes past on a receipt, a book chapter, or the current time on your device. Initially, it seems inconsequential, but then it reappears again and again until the recurring pattern becomes undeniable. This is the hallmark of 13. It avoids the spotlight. It subtly re-engineers your path from the background. Its influence is not one of explosive, sudden change, but of gradual, profound realization. You don't notice the light shifting until the whole vista of your life looks different. Within esoteric teachings, such repeated patterns are seen as your inner self responding to an elevated frequency. When 13 repeats, it signals an internal preparedness, readying you for substantial spiritual and material growth. You might notice your established routines feeling restrictive. Familiar cycles feel tiresome, and paths you once walked with certainty now appear confining. This occurs because 13 resonates with the energy of awakening, a gentle insistence to break free from habitual loops and return to a life of deliberate choice. Ancient philosophies hold that every number possesses a distinct energy that interacts with our consciousness. 13 pulses at the frequency of renewal and the reclaiming of individual sovereignty. Its purpose is not to shatter your current reality, but to guide you in releasing what no longer serves your highest good. It encourages you to gracefully shed outdated versions of yourself, avoiding unnecessary turmoil. This number forces us to ask the tough questions we often avoid. Are you genuinely growing, or merely moving in circles? Are your decisions rooted in authentic purpose or driven by fear and routine? 13 doesn't demand radical leaps of faith. It inspires measured, conscious steps, one thoughtful choice, one honest moment, one centered breath at a time. It prompts you to critically examine your rituals, your emotional tendencies, and the stories you tell yourself. Are they actively building the future you desire, or are they silently preventing it? At its core, 13 signifies a sacred demarcation. It denotes the successful completion of a preceding stage, creating room for something more congruent with your deepest calling. Its strength resides in the quiet moment just before metamorphosis. Therefore, if 13 has been frequenting your awareness, see it not as mere chance, but as profound synchronicity. In the domain of mystic philosophy, such recurrence is the universe confirming that you are ready for a new level of authenticity and clarity. Now, let's focus on a number that operates with quiet, determined consistency. It lacks the universal recognition of 7, or the intense curiosity of 13. Instead, it shows up humbly on a small transaction receipt, an important delivery address, or your screen late at night. It never forces its presence, yet when you observe it, a sensation lingers that something meaningful is being communicated. 26 holds a gentle, unwavering power. It suggests rather than dictates, embodying a foundational principle of conscious living. The universe often speaks through subtle, repeating indicators, rather than dramatic, overt displays. This number subtly integrates into the backdrop of your everyday life, almost unseen. Yet, it carries a vital question: are you fully engaged in your own experience, or are you drifting through it unconsciously? Its energy starts with the digit 2, the vibration of collaboration and reflection. 2 reminds you that your external environment directly mirrors your internal state, your thought patterns, your efforts, and your emotional stability. It asks if you are actively cultivating internal harmony or living out of alignment with your core mission. It calls for sensitivity and emotional acuity, the true foundation of spiritual wealth. The digit 6 fortifies this with themes of infrastructure and steadfastness. It represents nurturing, responsibility, and the essential structures that sustain your existence, your health, your bonds, and your inner tranquility. 6 doesn't guarantee instant riches. It invites you to architect a life capable of supporting lasting abundance. When these vibrations coalesce into 26, they symbolize gradual, permanent expansion. So if this number appears more frequently as the month unfolds, pause, take a moment to breathe, and ask yourself, am I creating with focused intention or merely reacting to pressure? Am I seeking rapid temporary gains or carefully building something truly enduring? We believe here at Mystic Philosophy that lasting prosperity is not a random outcome, but perfect alignment. Fortune is not a lottery, it is perfect alignment. And 26 frequently signifies the point where your energy, your actions, and your deeper purpose begin to flow seamlessly together. That is precisely when opportunities seek you out effortlessly. So the next time 26 crosses your field of vision, accept it as a quiet assurance that you are entering a phase where abundance isn't just approaching. You are now fully prepared to receive it. Let's now examine a number that subtly weaves itself into the fabric of your daily existence. You might catch sight of it on a supermarket price tag, notice it on a digital time display, or see it as part of an unfamiliar phone number. To the oblivious observer, it's just another numeral. But to the spiritually attuned, these recurring moments are always significant. When 35 begins to appear regularly, it signals that a fundamental internal evolution is getting ready to manifest in your outer world. In mystical numerology, numerals carry precise energetic frequencies that mirror your inner landscape. The vibration of 3 symbolizes expression, self-knowledge, and the unity of your intellect, body, and spirit. It is the force that aids you in realizing your genuine self and true direction. The vibration of 5 represents change, liberation, and forward movement. It is the impulse that encourages you to broaden your horizons, adapt to new circumstances, and trust your personal journey. Combined as 35, they establish a harmonious frequency that supports deliberate, meaningful evolution, rather than disruptive instability. This number doesn't push you towards impulsive choices. Instead, it encourages measured self-examination. Consider your present circumstances. Have you felt an internal urge, a quiet conviction suggesting that there is still something more for you? Perhaps you've longed for a fresh direction, a deeper sense of fulfillment, or the courage to live more genuinely. That feeling isn't mere dissatisfaction, it is your spirit preparing itself for a new cycle. The message of 35 is both profound and utterly practical. You don't need to completely dismantle your life to achieve growth. You simply need to adjust your heading. Look at your existing assets, your abilities, your routine activities, your goals, and align them more closely with your deepest intentions. Small, conscious adjustments can reveal avenues you never envisioned. So when 35 appears again, pause for a moment. Allow it to remind you that your transformation is already in motion and you are moving exactly where you are meant to be. The next number in our sequence possesses a fundamental stability that is often understated. The number 4 doesn't seek validation, it doesn't mesmerize or demand accolades. It holds a more subdued strength, the kind you only truly appreciate when you halt your striving and observe. It is the energy of firmness, the reliable consistency that supports your day-to-day life. In a society obsessed with instant gratification and quick schemes, the vibration of 4 brings us back to an enduring principle. Anything of lasting value must be constructed, not rushed. While others chase volatile spikes, 4 champions the slow, unwavering power of persistence. It's the dedication to starting early, to saving intelligently, to prioritizing focus over distraction. 4 is the unwavering part of you that holds firm to a larger vision, even when you are tempted to compare your progress to others. Think of 4 as the master architect of your destiny. It is the aspect that continues to work, plan, and endure even without external validation. It is your inner bedrock, the internal conviction that every minimal effort matters. Every step taken, every patient wait, every informed decision becomes a structural element in the foundation of lasting prosperity. Success under this number doesn't arrive like a sudden flash of lightning. It gathers steadily like a monumental structure built with precision, one stable component at a time. In cosmic terms, 4 is associated with Saturn, the heavenly body of accountability, structure, and life lessons. Saturn does not confer its rewards lightly. It evaluates your commitment and integrity. But when it does grant its blessings, they are deep, permanent, and utterly unshakable. This is genuine karmic alignment, your sustained dedication perfectly meeting divine timing. So if this current phase feels slow, or you find yourself envying the journeys of others, remember the profound truth of 4. You are not delayed, you are deliberately building. The universe is fortifying your base, so that your future achievements remain secure against any challenges. Every patient action, every disciplined day, every moment of perseverance is actively preparing you for a major breakthrough that will not only reshape your present, but also secure your long-term future. Now we encounter 16, the powerful catalyst for deep internal restructuring. Think of those times when, externally, everything appears perfectly in order. You adhere to your schedule, manage your commitments, and interact within the same social sphere. Yet internally, a quiet unease persists. It's not a loud outcry, but it is persistent. A subtle inner query: why does this still feel like a role I'm performing? That feeling isn't chaotic, it's the vibration of 16 commencing its important work. The influence of 16 is not gentle. It doesn't arrive as a soft murmur. It appears like a tangible change in the atmosphere, like existence itself, gently guiding you toward heightened awareness. It begins to loosen the aspects of your reality that you've tolerated out of routine, rather than genuine truth. Sometimes this manifests as an unforeseen occupational change, the conclusion of an association, a surprising unexpected event, or simply that deep, undeniable inner, knowing that your soul is ready for an upgrade. It may feel as though your stability is being threatened, but what is truly happening is that your life is creating a necessary void for a more authentic version of yourself to surface. We at Mystic Philosophy view this number as a sacred sign that the cosmos is actively clearing your path, removing anything that has become misaligned with your core essence. This beautifully reflects the fundamental philosophical truth of impermanence. Everything in the universe is in perpetual movement. While this can feel unsettling, it is also the very mechanism that makes true growth possible. Without change, there is no evolution. Without release, there is no ascent. When 16 appears repeatedly on financial documents, clocks, in dreams, or notifications, pay close attention. It is not chance. It is a spiritual invitation, a mirror held up to your circumstances, asking, what have you truly mastered? What better reality are you delaying? Which part of you is ready to step into a grander expression? This is precisely where the practice of intentional release becomes your solid anchor. Letting go is not about abandoning your duties or suppressing your emotions. It is about releasing the mental and emotional baggage you've been carrying. The rigid expectations, the constant worry, the outdated self-image. Try dedicating a few focused minutes each day to simply sitting with yourself. No screens, no distractions, just your breathing guiding you inward. In that stillness, your intuitive wisdom surfaces. The solutions you've been seeking begin to present themselves naturally because the mental clutter finally dissipates. Remember, 16 is not present to dismantle your existence. It is here to dissolve the limiting barriers you've placed around yourself. Metamorphosis is rarely smooth or easily predicted. It can feel confusing, even quite scary. But instead of resisting this flow, treat yourself with compassion. Growth feels challenging only because the former self is making necessary room for the future self. Transformation is not an event happening to you. It is a profound process happening through you. Transformation is a process happening through you. And each time you choose courage over comfortable stagnation, each time you embrace necessary change instead of avoiding it, you move one step closer to your highest calling. Stay with this exploration, because 16 is simply a prelude. More influential numerical codes await, each carrying a unique spiritual frequency designed to guide you toward equilibrium, clarity, and true abundance. And as we approach the conclusion, I will reveal a very rare master number, a sacred key utilized by ancient spiritual masters to amplify manifestation and accelerate life transformation in ways that appear to defy ordinary explanation. Bonus sequence 44. Many sequences encourage rapid effort and swift movement, but 44 resonates with a profound frequency of inner stillness and deep tenacity. It isn't the energy that pushes you forward aggressively. It's the calm, centered force that keeps you firmly anchored. It serves as a potent reminder that enduring prosperity flowers from a deeply rooted base, not from anxious, frantic effort. In mystical literature, balance is not a permanent state you arrive at one time. It is a continuous, dynamic practice. Life will inevitably pull you in countless directions, but the act of consistently returning to your inner center forges a consciousness that cannot be easily rattled. This is the very essence of 44, an invitation to stop, take a purposeful breath, and recenter with the power of peaceful awareness. As the grounding influence of Saturn permeates this phase, the meaning of 44 becomes amplified. This is not the moment to scatter your energy or make hasty, unplanned choices. Rather, it is the perfect time to reflect deeply. Am I building from a place of genuine clarity and inner resilience, or am I acting from chronic stress and urgency? Visualize 44 as the massive root system of your spiritual and material growth, unseen yet absolutely critical. Just as a magnificent tree stands firm and unshakable because of its deep roots, your lasting success depends entirely on your core values, your deliberate patience, and your emotional stability. Without robust roots, even the most incredible opportunities will ultimately fade. Throughout history, seers recognized certain numbers as far more than mere symbols. They were direct communications. Some wisdom traditions saw 44% as a decisive moment, an instant when destiny evaluates your inner strength. Other visionaries believe numbers like 44% acted as guardians, actively shielding your energy during volatile times. Both perspectives grasp a truth we frequently neglect. Abundance truly flourishes when your foundation is both perfectly aligned and powerfully protected. So, if the sequence 44 continues to emerge in your personal experience, on timers, receipts, or directional signs, do not dismiss it. It is not an accident, it is a profound message prompting you to check your internal coordinates. Am I responding from a place of tranquility or reacting out of habitual fear? Am I nurturing the foundation of my aspirations or only chasing fleeting, superficial gains? Allow 44 to be your unwavering guide. Let it remind you that the prosperity which lasts grows from patience, internal harmony, and conscious awareness. If this profound wisdom resonates with your spirit, please comment below with, "My roots are deep and my abundance is lasting." And if this exploration has brought clarity to your path, please like this video, subscribe to Mystic Philosophy, and share it with someone who needs to hear this right now. Whenever 44 appears, its instruction is perfectly clear. Strengthen your foundation, trust your inner calm, and advance with clear, defined purpose. Remain perfectly centered, stay aware,